Dear listeners, welcome to Out of Office.
Welcome back to Out of Office. This is the special segment when one of us is gone. This is me, Mr. J. With here is my trusty right hand. And on the left side of me is Marcos. Introduce yourself.
Yo, what's up? Marcos here.
So, what are we going to talk about?
Just talking about hardware. We're talking about the Wave XLR and how you miss it.
Well, so I guess back to what I was saying. So right now, me and Marcos has the same setup where we have the same mic and the same audio interface. However, back when we started, I had the Wave 3 from Elgato. And the thing about that was that I love the software interface.
The mic was
the mic and the software.
On my side, it was interesting to edit, but on your side,
yeah, to me, I had more freedom because the software basically, and the software is able to play any audio from my desktop audio and basically loop it around so that people, like for example, Marcos here can listen to it as well. And
like me having a janky system with the receiver, yeah.
What we do and use that is like soundboards or like play clips or whatever. And I'm like telling Marcos is like, I kind of miss it because I like that having the interface basically as like I get to control the volume on one side and control like what you can listen to. I can technically still do that. I would need physical connections versus with the Wavelink, I would just need basically a virtual connection and that's it. And that's so much simpler than like having multiple connections connecting to different devices. So, and I already have like, it's like, why not just go back to the Wave? It's like, but the Wave doesn't sound as good as what we have right now, which is what, the pod mic?
Pod mic with a fed head and the preamps, I guess,
No, but we have the pod mic, right?
Basically, yeah.
The pod mic sounds so much better than the Wave 3. The Wave 3 was good, but it's not as good as what we have right now.
Yeah.
So my solution to that is that since Elgato has released their XLR audio interface, why not just get that? It won't have as many knobs as this one does, but at least I can basically like do all the interactions I was able to do before with all the audios and stuff. So
you find it easy.
We'll see. Yeah. So we'll see how that goes.
What does VST stand for?
I don't know. I just saw that in the random. If you're wondering where VST comes from, is that we were looking at or at least I was looking at a Reddit post where someone compared the two, and they mentioned that they use VST plugins. I'm not too sure what these are.
Virtual Studio Technology.
There you go.
And that's what you want.
It's something to do with like messing with the audio. And I think Wavelink has compatibility with that. So he was saying that he liked the interaction between the VSTs and the Wavelink, and he's been using it and it's so much better. So.
And you already have a good mic, so
yeah.
Why not just, streamline the entire process?
Exactly. So we're going to see how this goes. I also got like a little thing that makes it look nice. So we'll see how it goes. And it's made by Corsair. So
Corsair ain't bad, specifically on the PC side, right?
Yeah, I mean some of my RAM here, my AIO made by Corsair. So
I have a USB device that's made by Corsair.
And I have a switch to switch things up.
Yes, amen to that.
So yeah, I think let's start off with like, I haven't been here for a while.
Tell us your story.
I think for the past few episodes, minus the Kangen one that Marcos just released now.
Last time,
previously from this one. I've been out of office. I've been MIA basically because I graduated.
Congrats, and master over here.
Basically, with my masters.
In what?
So basically, for the past I think few episodes, minus the Kangen one, but still including it, time wise. I have been just wrapping up my semester, going through my graduation ceremony. Me and Marcos went to we went out to see some falls. Exactly. And
the northern border.
Then we had like a little party over here, and now I'm back fully ready to do the podcast again.
In his shorts.
Here am I in my shorts without any socks. Now, the only thing, we wanted to have Alan here, but he's MIA because his internet went MIA. It went on for a journey and it hasn't come back yet. So hopefully the next recording we do will be an official Life Tech and Sundry episode, an LTS episode instead of the out of office
series.
So basically, yeah, like I said, we do this just in case one of us, the main three, is gone. Usually we like to have us three, but sometimes we can't do it and we want to keep consistency. So we just created this little like mini segment called Out of Office. And, you know, here we are. Here am I technically for the first time, now that we know what name was, because the one I was like, what were we going to name this? And now we have a name. So yeah, Marcos, what you been up to?
Well, personally, I've been doing research on that on the hardware side. Like, just to elaborate, the way my solution, I showed it to Alan and to Jose via pictures. It's a little bit janky, I'd say, but it's within the parameters. I have again a Focusrite Scarlett audio interface as well for this recording for this session. And the only difference is that I have a Bluetooth preamp that's plugged into my phone via Bluetooth, and it amplifies the audio via preamp. And I have a cable plugged into the Focusrite into one of the inputs, and I'm recording that into CleanFeed as a double channel. It's pretty convenient, but it also has a con. Specifically when you're using CleanFeed, you can't custom edit each one of those channels like the way that I'd like to do, like put in some noise suppression, all those things in post I can do, but still it's a little bit more convenient doing it, you know, live, if you will, and you can hear it. But now I'm doing it in post, and that's, you know, it's a little bit of an issue, but, you know, it makes it easier at the end of the day. So having a VST, I mean, specifically for Jose, who has even more experience than I do with the Wave 3, like he said. Yeah, and the Wave Pro.
The Wavelink is what it's because the software is called. And
then the Wave 3 was the microphone itself. Don't get me wrong. I think that microphone is, for me, in the editing sense, interesting. I'd call it a little bit too shiny, too bright, too punchy on the high end, like it would pierce your ears. I'm like, let me bring it down. And I wasn't as good as an editor as I am now. I try to get better and better and put in the time researching new methods of editing, of improving the audio, and I've learned since then, don't get me wrong. But the pod mic even sounds a little bit less bright. If some even more professional people think that the pod mic is a little bit too bright, and it's specialized for podcasting, which is what we want. And meanwhile, the Wave 3 is a condenser microphone, which is less friendly to you're not looking at me, Jose, but I'm pointing around my little office. I'm in the office, if you will, my recording room.
Even
you know how my recording
out
room
of office.
Yeah, it's very sound controlled. And do you hear my fan right now, Jose?
A little bit.
Yeah, imagine if I had a condenser microphone, you'd be hearing that even louder. So I have to be very professional in how I do my recording. My etiquette, the way that I taught Mr. J over here how to do his recording. And a lot
of sauce.
There you go. Yes, sir. But the pod mic is a lot more forgiving.
He's like lots and lots of sauce.
Yes, amen, peak, you know? Sir, amen. But yeah,
sauce.
Saucy vaca, hopefully saucy vaca. No, he's not. But anyways, and it was pretty bright, and since I was repeatedly listening, even to my old microphones, that's why I went to just stay with the pod mic. I found the optimal settings for the pod mic. Now I'm not going to stay there. I'm probably going to learn more and more. That I found that it's very good for me, for Mr. J, and for anyone else that might want a pod mic. I'm not selling my skills, but still, you know, the Wave XLR is up there, but the pod mic is higher, and they're both at the same price. Also, weren't they at the same price? Pod mic
What?
and the Wave 3.
I mean, I think the Wave 3 is more expensive, oddly enough.
Oddly enough, because it has a lot more bells and whistles.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the pod mic has gone down in price. I think around $80 right now.
Yeah, I think we bought it at 100, right?
Easily, and this was before during the pandemic. I think during the thick of it. Yeah, no, the middle of it. So
on another note though, I haven't really been listening to the last few episodes. But I don't know if you mentioned anime lately. One thing I want to talk about is the new One Piece movie Reto, with some news about who basically who's going to be the main like supporting character slash main character of the movie, and also some spoilers for the manga. But I'm gonna first go over the movie, and after One Piece I might hop over to Dragon Ball, the new movie that was supposed to come out earlier this year, but unfortunately due to their hacking situation has been postponed. But let's start off with One Piece. One Piece is, like I said, they have a new movie coming out called Redo. Marcos, what do you think?
Jesus.
So the movie we know consists sometime after the Wano arc. It is canon, I believe so. So whatever happens in the movie is part of the story. It takes place, like I said, in Wano, and the reason why everyone thought that Shanks was gonna make a big appearance in the movie, and it turns out he's not. He's gonna be part of flashbacks, I believe, mostly, and that's it.
Basage.
Why? 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 That's me. Anyway, the main character, or the character that's being put in the spotlight, isn't exactly Shanks. Let me look up who I know her name, but let me just confirm it real quick. Bruh. You even use my thing too? Come on. What is this?
Who are you?
Basically. So here's the synopsis, and I'll say the name of the main person. The story sets on the island of music, Elgia, where Uta, the world's greatest diva, holds her first ever live concert and reveals herself to the public. The Straw Hats, pirates, marines, and fans from across the world gather to enjoy Yuta's voice, who has been described as otherworldly. However, the event begins with a shocking revelation that Yuta is the daughter of Shanks. So, exactly. See,
no way. Shanks got it in?
Somehow, some way, he got a daughter.
Shanks got it on.
So, like I said, Uta is a diva, or like basically an idol, and what we commonly know as. And on their way to, I guess, go see it, I guess Luffy was like, "Oh yeah, I remember her. Yeah, she's the daughter of Shanks. How could I ever forget?" There's even flashbacks of when they used to hang out. When I believe when Shanks was still in East Blue with Luffy, or at least rode with Luffy a little bit, because he did ride with Luffy a little bit. Excuse me. So she's somehow going to be part of the movie. I'm not exactly too sure, and I don't want to spoil it a little bit more, but what I do want to spoil is the manga. So from here on out until we finish the One Piece segment, there is going to be One Piece spoilers. So if you do not want to spoilers. So if you don't want to be spoiled, don't go skip past this, but it's good stuff. It's good stuff. Just know that. So with that out of the way, let's talk about what happened in the manga so far. So from the last time I was here, I believe I revealed that Luffy had a new transformation, or gear, a gear of 5, with the revelation that his Gum Gum fruit was not the Gum Gum fruit. Instead, it was the Hita no Mi model. Yes, Mika. Yeah. Did you just hit the mic?
No, this is Alan.
Hello.
I was talking about. Why did you doubt that I was? Why did you doubt me, Jose?
Oh, because you somehow used my voice.
Alan, Hit him that. Tell him that it's you.
He's like, it's I.
We can hear you, Alan.
Alan?
Oh, he left again.
Oh, I guess it didn't work out. So yeah, so the last time I was here, it was revealed that Luffy had a mythical Zoan fruit modeled Nika, who is the sun god, as he was fighting Kaido. Oh, he back?
Looks like he's back. We can hear you, Alan.
Alan?
We can hear you, Alan. We can hear you. Tell him.
Alan? Hello? Is it me you're looking for? Hello? Did he leave?
No, he's here.
Alan?
He's just probably Alan.
So okay, so hello? Hello?
Tell him we can hear you, Alan.
I can't hear you guys though.
No.
Like I can read your text message, but I can't hear you.
And it says he's using the Scarlet audio interface.
Ask him if he's plugged into the Scarlet.
Are you plugged? Are you puffed in? Are you plugged in?
Or make sure he checks his audio connections, like in the computer.
No, he's at his headphone thing, right?
Yeah. Make sure he has it connected to it, and then vice versa, that everything's connected and everything's set to the right thing. So should I continue?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. So, okay, okay, so yeah, he's a sun god.
He's very bright.
Yeah. So, from this point we learned that we start to see some more flashbacks after the fact that, you know, Kaido is fighting Luffy. They're going out on top of Onigashima, and the person who's holding up Onigashima is Momonosuke after he aged, I think, like 20 years. Basically, he's at the age he's supposed to be now, except mentally. So he's now a giant dragon around the size of Kaido, a little bit smaller, I think. However, now he is keeping up Onigashima with the help of Yamato, giving him encouragement, basically, saying you can do this. And from here on out, you know, Luffy's giving the hands to Kaido. He's like, you know, all this and that. And, you know, basically Momonosuke is like, he's like, hold up, chill, I gotta hold up the island. And the last attack Luffy did on Kaido was, you know, when he basically inflated his arm to be massive, and he's like, oh no. And at that point we had flashbacks from Kaido's past. We got to see, like, when he was younger. Excuse me, it's a little bit past my bedtime, but basically when he was younger to when he just
he's having a flashback. He's gonna die, basically.
Basically, we saw him when he was recruited by Whitebeard to join the Rocks pirate crew, and then we get to see when they were fighting Roger and Garp at God Valley, and then we see when Kaido, like,
God Valley.
No, God Valley.
Not the goat. But okay, go.
No, God Valley. And then, you know, we finally see Kaido basically becoming the shogun of Wano. And, you know, I think it was King who posed him the questions like, who do you think is gonna, I forgot, it was like, it was like something to do like, who's gonna be the person that will, like, lift up King, something like that. And he's like, I think that person will be Joe Boy, and whoever Joe Boy is gonna be the person that's defeated me. And King started laughing, saying, haha, well, I guess we'll never meet this Joe Boy, because who's gonna defeat you? And then, you know, it cuts to Kaido being finally defeated by Luffy using his Gear 5th. And
Hello?
Hello? Hello?
You guys hear me?
Can you hear us?
Now I can.
Okay, good.
Give me a sec.
Okay, so I'll continue on. And yeah, and Luffy has now, you know, they were doing the like announcements of like, oh, the winner of this is this person. Like, for example, the winner of Big Mama versus Law and Kid was Kid and Law. The winner of King versus Zoro was Zoro, and then the battle between Queen and Sanji was Sanji. And, you know, originally between Kaido and Luffy, it was Kaido. And then they're like, we have a new winner. And it turned out to be Luffy. Now, after Luffy has won the battle between him and Kaido, Momonosuke was able to bring down Onigashima without crushing everyone below. And, you know, after that, we're like, oh yeah, they won. They finally did it. They beat the smackins out of Kaido, the King of Beasts. The two Yonkos, because also Big Mama at this point was defeated. Big Mama and Kaido have been defeated. The two Yonkos, the two strongest people in the world, are now been defeated by the worst generation. And then we kind of see Momonosuke trying to basically upheld his role as the leader of the Kozuki clan. And he first appeared to everyone as his dragon form. They're like, oh my gosh, I thought Kaido was defeated. And they're like, no, I'm not Kaido. And then we see him de-transform into a human, and we see him in his adult form, which is basically very similar to Odin, his father. The only thing, he didn't have the cup hat thing. It was just him with his hair all out. And he said, and I forgot what sword he has, but the other sword that he had from his father, he's like, I am Kozuki Momonosuke, and from here on out, I am the Shogun of Wano. And, you know, basically everyone's like cheering up. We see a flashback from, I forgot what the little girl's name, but the little girl that Luffy met before.
Yeah.
So we saw a flashback of her, like, I think selling stuff, and the guy with the big nose mask comes up and is like, you know, one day a member of the Kozuki clan is gonna come and fix Wano up to how it used to be. And, you know, she gets to that remembrance of like, yes, someone has come and saved us. Now, you know, we see that a few of the scabbards, red scabbards, I think they're called, have passed. I think 2 have passed. So along with Odin, you know, they finally created a resting place for them to you know, to end off what they left off. And we also see a panel that says that Momonosuke was known as the greatest shogun to ever have come on Wano. You know, basically making him being the best and telling us that this is a story that's already happened. So we cut to Momonosuke seeing Luffy and I think Zoro waking up after their battles. And, you know, typical fashion, they're like, I'm hungry, I want booze. Momonosuke still has the mind of an 8-year-old. So he tries to hug up to Nami, and she just smacks him. And I like how the little panel was Sanji and Brook, how they're like, haha, now you're an adult, now you know how it feels to become an adult now. There's no more snuggling up onto girls because you can't do that anymore.
Charges will be pressed on you,
basically. But, you know, Nami's like, well, he still has the mind of an 8-year-old, so we can forgive him for now, but from here on out, no more hugs.
This one time.
Yes.
And then you get a slap.
But yeah, also Yamato proclaimed herself to be the next crew member for the Straw Hats Pirates. It's not official until Luffy says yes or no. Me personally, I hope that he says yes, but for now,
I go for no, just to be a contrarian.
But for now, you know, I really do hope that Yamato does come on, because she's a really great character, and I want to see her continue on.
Yamato is
sort of
she?
Like, yeah. She calls herself Odin, but she's a girl.
Interesting.
So there, I really do hope she does go along with the Straw Hats, because I mean she's been waiting since Ace to leave the place, and now that Ace's brother has come along, I hope he's like, yeah, sure, why not? So
Why is it like a remedial?
basically, so after the end of, this is from here on out, this is not a spoiler, this is something Oda has said, that after we finish the Wano arc, this is now coming up to a close, the Wano arc. After the Wano arc, he will start to start on the final saga or arc. We're not too sure yet based on the translation, but people are speculating it's the final saga of One Piece.
Yeah.
And he's gonna take, sort of like the creator of Black Clover, he's gonna take a 3-month break at the end of Wano to get ready and prepare for the final saga of One Piece. So after 20 plus years of keeping up with this, One Piece is coming to an end for sure. So he's gonna take the 3-month break and then start on the final saga. But now keep in mind, saga can mean multiple arcs. So, you know, we still have a long way to go. We're not quite, we see the glimpse of the finish line, but we're not there yet. So, you know, everybody keep hype that, you know, Wano is coming to an end after what, like I think 2 or 3 years, Wano is coming to an end. And he will take a 3-month break and we'll go back to, you know, being released every week or so. So yeah, Marcos, what do you think of that drop of knowledge I just gave?
It was more like a fountain.
He's like, that wasn't a drop, that was a whole fountain.
You didn't spill the tea, you just opened the dam.
Basically.
I'm very hyped though. One Piece is one of those animes that you introduced to me when you were still in high school, and I was like, no, you were in middle school? No, I was in high school, I think.
I don't even remember, to be honest.
And
Hello?
yes,
Hello,
we
you
can
hear
hear
me?
you
Yes. Can you guys hear me?
beautifully.
Okay.
So I just gave him the drop of knowledge of One Piece.
Oh yeah?
Yes.
How so? Explain. Well, just give me the spark notes.
Luffy beat up Kaido. Momonosuke became, yeah.
Okay, I know what you mean. Yeah, you just
That was quick.
filled them in with the latest. Yeah, the
You
latest.
just graced me with the latest.
And then also on the movie, how it's gonna be Shanks' daughter as one of the main characters in it.
Right.
I'm like,
And,
so
after-
Shanks.
Yeah,
Did you guys see the trailer for it? That shit
No.
is
Yeah.
bomb, bro. That shit is dope.
And then after the one arc is over, Oda's gonna take a 3-month break like Black Clover.
Yeah, that's what's up. He should take a little nap.
And then he said once he's done with his break, he's gonna start on the final saga of One Piece.
So he says. We'll see.
Yes.
We'll see. I don't believe him.
So the next thing that I brought up here on the agenda is the new Dragon Ball Super Hero.
With the CGI joint.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
So-
have mixed feelings about that one.
So,
I mean,
so here's
is
the
it going
thing.
to be
We
as good as
learned
the
that.
original?
Well, here's the thing. We learned that Gohan is going to be the main character of this movie,
Again.
and they're bringing back Cell.
I don't know. This might blow up in their face, bro.
That should have been the
I
original
don't
ending,
know.
right?
I'm gonna be honest with you. It looks really good. They're even giving Gohan another transformation.
Okay,
Blanco.
but what in CGI looks good though? Like, let's be honest.
I mean, it just needs to get good.
The Broly
Remember?
movie
Yeah.
looked good, and that was in CGI.
No, but that wasn't fully CGI. That's not the same type of CGI they were using for.
No, but they're gonna use the same animation as the Super Broly movie. It's not entirely in CGI. It's just like certain fight scenes, like it did in the Broly movie.
I don't know. I think Dogon has better graphics, my guy.
Dogon.
That is true.
Genshin
But
impacts.
yeah, Gohan's gonna be getting a new transformation. He's gonna get that glow up everyone wanted since the Cell Saga, basically. At the end of the Cell
SSJ2.
Saga,
He's the bringer of SSJ2.
Do you know who the what's it called?
the villain.
No. The person that wrote the storyline.
I don't know.
Yeah, because if it's Akira Toriyama, or if he was overseeing that, I have like a good feeling about it that it's gonna be pretty good. But if it's gonna be a different author or someone else at the helm, like directing and stuff like that, that's a toss up, bro. Like, I mean, I hope it goes well. But if it kind of seems to me like Naruto when they went to Boruto, like it wasn't the original author.
Right.
I
So
want
it
to
kind
ask
of,
these guys those questions.
it's like it kind of fell through. Like no one really watches Boruto, like as that I know of, and people were saying how the manga was better than the anime. But even now, like I think only recently did it pick up a little steam because of the new arc that started right now.
They time travel, I think, right?
But actually, I have high hopes for this one. I have high hopes for the movie.
No time traveling that I'm aware of right now in this arc, but it's just the villain that was defeated, and then the new villain or the new group, I guess, that is gonna potentially take the place of the old system or the old bad guy or villains is intriguing enough that people are talking about it. But again, it's not, the original author, so it's a 50-50 toss-up for people. At least that's what I've seen, and personally I've watched Boruto a little bit. It's not that great. It's not that good, bro. And then again, this is the reason why I'm saying this might be a toss-up. Like they're gonna always hype it up and make it seem like it's the best thing since sliced bread. But I mean, I always try to go in with a little bit of skepticism just so I don't, totally kind of like throw
Question,
up.
Alan, question. What kind of mic are you using right now? Because it sounds pretty good.
Oh, I'm using my Samsung Q7X right now. I told you, bro. I've been having
life.
Not the best
stuff
time
has been
with
going on.
internet.
I was like,
yeah. So I haven't even opened the picture I sent you with the box or the plastic. It's been like that since I got it. I haven't even taken the plastic off. To be
I feel like
honest.
it's the Dragon Ball, the Jiren movie. Done.
Oh, I just realized the movie came out today.
The Jurassic Park?
As of the recording.
No, the Dragon Ball movie in Japan.
As of recall.
Yeah.
It'll be here like in fall, probably.
No, you can definitely watch it on
the high seas.
Well, we don't condone certain sites, but I'm just saying there's
on
certain
the high
sites
seas. On the high seas.
Yes.
But you know what has been good? It's Spy X Family.
Yeah, that's been awesome,
it has,
bro.
it has.
Anya has been everywhere in social media. Everyone loves Anya.
I kind of like Yor more than Anya, but that's just a personal preference.
That's just personal preference, yeah.
No, but like she's basically become an icon somehow, or a big meme. Like the little smug face she does.
Well, it's a funny face. I think she's become the mascot more than the main character per se.
Nah, she is the main character. Well, like in the show wise, yeah.
I think the family as a unit is like the bread and butter, because everybody has a really dope story. Yeah, the memeability of Anya is crazy.
In the past episode where she's like, where they're like saying,
"Wait, are you gonna spoil it for some people?" Like Mr.
Well,
Marcos,
it's already been like it's already been like out there as a meme.
Oh,
but, it's not that big. So it's like when they were talking about the little brother of Yor. And she can read their mind, and she's like, huh? Secret police? Nani? And she thinks about it. She's like, secret and police. And she gets really mad at Lloyd. And he's like, why did you not tell me and introduce me to him? You wasted my waku wak.
Yeah, no, I think more because I think the episode you're referring to is where she fell. Is where she fell asleep.
Yeah, she's like, huh? And then the little.
And they have the nice fight, and she drinks a whole bottle of wine to try to get courage, liquid courage. So
the brother also drinks a lot too.
Yeah, no, but I think what's the funny part about it is that they're both susceptible to liquor or wine. So they drink, they can't hold their liquor.
In her birthday party, she was just knocking them back.
Oh, when it was
the castle episode.
Yeah.
Yo, she.
Okay.
I don't know what this says. Do they have a problem to cope? They just drink. She specifically drinks.
But I think what's funny is that they're like both of them can't hold their liquor, so they just kind of while out.
It's a family thing.
Yeah. It's
on their side.
Yeah, genetically, right? But I think. What's it called? I think yours is dope though. I think she has a cool like
when the memory of her coming back, bringing him the book. Oh my God, you're bleeding. Oh no, this isn't my blood.
Oh, I see. No, like the reason I think she's dope is because she kind of reminds me of the Dragon Ball character, the one that has like that bipolar disorder where she sneezes.
Launch?
Yeah.
Launch?
No,
I think her name.
Launch. Yeah, that's her name.
So she sneezes and she turns into like that, like, villainous character. And Yor has that, I think, that quality to her. Not so heavy-handed. But she's dope in that way. And definitely Lloyd, I think he also like super number one, spy. He's dope, like a man of a million faces. Like he can change his voice. Yeah, definitely. And I think it's super funny, like the little dude, his informant, like his information broker. I think
the guy with the square face.
Yeah, I think he's super funny too, bro.
I feel like for this season, like Spy X Family has been a really good one, because like a lot of the other animes are good, but they're kind of just like copycats of like isekai, all that stuff.
Right.
The story Spy X Family has been the only thing good that has been new.
The story isn't new.
Even the premise is it's a lot newer than the other ones, where everybody kind of, like, to Josue's point, has gone down the isekai type of path.
Yeah, because look at the animes like Skeleton Knight. That's good.
I think it's a good comedy.
But it's not nothing new. It's like
But neither is Spy X Family. It's just the things they throw in to make it unique that really calls me back.
Like what plot has been similar to Spy X Family in the past few seasons?
Oh, season. Okay. Okay,
you're absolutely right. Yeah, absolutely. I think you're absolutely right on that. You hit it right on the nose. Because even if you have like that family-esque type of like, I guess, genre or like spice to any other anime, like which one would it be? Like Mushoku Tensei? But even then, it's not the, like, you have the family aspect, but it's not really the main focus of it.
It's family.
Yeah, exactly. And what other one that we can name that has like a family-esque type of scenario that goes along with that?
Or secret police stuff kind of thing? Will be the Gundam universe.
It might be but again, you have all, like, to Josue's point, they all have
their own
likeness to isekai, because that's basically their bread and butter right now.
Yeah.
So I would say that Spy X Family is like pretty unique in the sense that
the ingredients make it unique.
It's put in a time and place, right? So it kind of is fashioned around even the city, right? Berlin. They're kind of like, it's a play on like
basically
Germany and stuff.
Yeah.
Germany, like back in the day when right. Well, not the Cold War. I think more World War like II-ish. Like
or even after, like,
or after, like post, like when they had the Berlin Wall.
Which is when the Cold War.
No, 1950. Yeah, 1950s.
Yeah. But anyway,
not exact. Probably before the Cold War, because the Cold War was like what, 60s, 70s?
No.
Yeah.
Definitely. Let's not try to
because it's
what war.
Let's forget that. Yeah, that's not the point here. The point is that
it's a great premise, right?
The premise, not only the premise isn't like the premise isn't unique, but the ingredients that make that premise is the thing that bring me back, the things that bring us back.
Anya is a great spice. Yor is a great ingredient. And Lloyd is definitely also a great ingredient.
Of the creme.
He's the rock, right? The base.
Exactly.
Base Lloyd. There's your title.
Even like the opening song where they called it Mixed Nuts to reference Anya's like little peanut obsession.
Yeah, definitely. No, my thing, like this whole week, bro, I've been like, that's so elegante. Elegant.
Poor guy. He socked the other guy. I thought he got fired.
Poor
for a
guy.
second.
I applauded after a dude punched him in the face, bro.
Yeah.
Had to show some respect.
Anya's like 4, right? Maybe 2.
He had to whip out the elegante on him.
Yes.
He's like, let me get
Lloyd
to my
had-
stick.
Absolutely. When Lloyd had to, and the family had to like switch up clothes because he had to save the little fat kid that got stuck in the grate.
Yeah.
In the mud. I was like, yo, dude said, don't worry, I have an extra suit. And then another thing happens with the animals, and then he's like,
those
don't worry.
acupuncture points. Boom, boom, boom.
Bro, that was so savage. That was
animation
awesome.
when she lands and you see the hair flowing and she's just posing, that's I don't think that's digital. That's like whatchamacallit, that's not the style that's like an old like freeze framing, like hand drawn style, that it doesn't feel like a digital graphics, whatchamacallit, the new one.
The CGI?
Yeah, it doesn't feel CGI. It feels like boom, freeze frame.
No, I think the artwork is very fluid. It looks really nice. I don't think it has too much, or it doesn't seem like it has very, very many issues with like how they adapt it. But I think
just the cow dropped. That should be a meme on its own.
But you know what anime does have a very boring plot right now. Data Life.
Really? I haven't even started it.
Me neither.
To me, it's been so boring. I'm like, what is this?
How many episodes?
Season like 8, 9.
Season 4
already, 9 episodes.
Yeah, because I think the season's about to end. The thing starts in July. The next one.
Oh damn, bro. So what's that one then? Have you been watching over and over?
But then again, I've been watching it. Oh no, it has 10. Never mind.
So, but the thing is with that one, and now that you mentioned that, I kind of have this feeling that, and again, I hope I'm totally wrong, that the devil is a part-timer might have that same kind of unfortunate problem, because it's been how many years for it to just
people were born since then that are watching anime.
Yeah, no, definitely.
I gotta say, an anime that isn't quite as good as Spy X Family, but like a lot of people have been downplaying. I feel like it's Shield Hero.
Yo, it's okay.
It's like it's people have been like, oh, like the pacing, something they skipped is like, yeah, but to me so far everything has made sense so far. It doesn't feel like anything is out of place. Maybe because I haven't read anything.
Well, that's probably what it is, because I was watching people review it,
commentaries,
and their comment section of the people that I've been watching on YouTube have been saying that for people that are accustomed to reading the manga or the light novel or whatever it is, the issue falls where it's like the pacing for them is really off anime wise, where if you're anime only, it might be a little bit fast paced at the beginning, and then when it gets to the point where they
go for turtle soup.
Yeah, let's put it that way, that the pacing kind of fixes itself a little bit, but it's kind of like you kind of expect people to like not only observe what's happening, but also understand that there's no build up to make it seem plausible what they're doing. They skip like bits and pieces that helps with the fleshing out of the story. But again, I'm an anime only.
Likewise.
I mean, we can like say the same thing with like Arifureta, and like nobody really said anything about that. He skipped a lot of stuff in Arifureta.
Right. And again,
anymore, at least.
I'm an anime only for that one as well. So I couldn't even begin to tell you what they what's it called, skipped and what they didn't, or the pacing. I do remember also for Arifureta, people not liking the animation because it was kind of like too CGI for people's taste. And again, I enjoyed. Well, I think the monsters and stuff like that inside
they were like.
Yeah,
they were a little too
that
CGI.
Wasn't the point. I mean, I feel like the story still held the entire thing, because if the story's kind of weak, you nitpick to everything. But if you're just going to judge it for, I mean, to each their own. Forget what I said. To each their own.
No. But to your point, Marcos, there's that camp on one side saying they didn't like the pacing, where there was the other camp where they said that they didn't like the CGI to it. So you have two camps, but I'm pretty sure both of them watched it, and obviously they're gonna have their critique of it. So
yes, sir.
I mean, that's pretty normal.
Now my question is anime a direct ad for the manga, or should it stand on its own?
Well, I think about it this way because I think a lot of times they make it this way. It's a big announcement or advertisement for people to actually buy the physical light novels or manga. Because remember, a lot of these animes are literally one season, and if they're fortunate, maybe two. But the reason they do it that way is for you to be intrigued enough to actually go and buy the actual physical manga.
Read, which sucks though.
Well, you might say that, but that's their bread and butter because that's where they make their money. Yeah, because that's why they're so.
Everyone, or just the promoter, the marketer?
No, the creators, the actual mangakas. They're the ones that what you would hope, and this is the reason why they're so the what's it called? They have those numbers right ready to see the number of volumes that were actually sold, because that kind of equates to how much money they're going to be able to make off of their actual artwork or their actual story.
So my question then, after 10 years, how many volumes has...
Wait, hold up. Before we got to do that, Marcos, you think it's a marketing thing again?
What
they're doing?
No, I mean, the thing, for example, I want to say if there's a lack, the formula is what I'm understanding right now is specifically regional for Asia specifically, since, you know, there's a heavy culture of reading the manga, but versus around the world. And not a lot of people, probably nowadays they do, but originally, and
well, I'm gonna dumb it down for you real quick, Marcos. I'm gonna break it down for you like this.
Let me just finish.
I believe that the formula is like this: for any low or like unknown anime or like not really known, the anime or like manga, the anime is made to cater for you to read the manga. However, for the bigger ones, then the manga and anime are like almost the same.
Yeah, One Piece is up there. Yeah.
So it's like they want you to watch it, but if you feel like you want to go ahead a little bit, you could read it.
So it caters, it double dips, if you will.
Yeah.
But now
because they're massive, Marcos. They're
DBZ.
They're at least they're
Dragon
like
Ball.
Boom.
The Devil's a part-timer. That's the one that my question. What formula are they going to use this formula? Because they have 10 years.
So here's the thing about that one. I feel like after so long, they've seen the popularity of it, and people have been like been wishing for it to come back. You know, the creators or the animators are like, you know what? Let's give it another shot. It probably was originally meant for you to just read the rest of it, but now they're like, you know what? Let's cater to our fans a little bit and let's animate as much as we can.
My comment there was gonna be, now that Sony owns Crunchy, Funimation, and how deep does Sony have their influence into the animation companies? Like, is it deep over there? That's my
probably not so much, because
only the
Sony has the ability to stream it here in the States, at least,
but not to fund
it.
As far as
over there, they probably have little to no power on who animates what. Because it's like same with Netflix. Like a lot of people, like when the Seven Deadly Sins are like, why didn't Netflix do anything? Well, it's like because Netflix doesn't have any power over that. The people that have power over that are the companies that own the rights to it, like Shonen Jump. I don't think Shonen Jump owns it, but you know, the people that are responsible for animating it, they're the ones that like are in charge of it. So, you know, it's like you can't really blame Netflix on how the animation comes out. You can blame them how the dubbing came out, which, you know, is always
it's gonna be, it's not the same as the OG. Yes, we agreed on that.
But as far as like how it looks animation wise, you can't blame Funimation, you can't blame Crunchyroll, you can't blame Netflix, or even Sony, because they have no say over it. They're just, here's our material, translate it, dub it, whatever you like, you can stream it in the States. And they're like, okay, we got this.
Now this one, riddle me this one. Or what if the
pancakes,
if Sony specifically from the ground up built an animation company and gave a stable job and all those things to animators? Do you think that idea could work?
The question would be why? Why would they spend so much money on that if
because the potential for revenue is higher? They don't have to lift
a finger for animating it. They're not even going to get the blame for it, because it's like, well, we didn't do anything. It's too risky. We just got it like that, and that's how it came out.
But it's too. Then you're saying what I'm understanding there is what you're not saying, but what I'm understanding is that it's too risky. Then right now it's easier for them to just publish what people are producing and following a formula that works in Japan.
Not even too risky. It's more like why would they do that if they already get a lot of money from not animating it? You get what I'm saying? It's like they have to pour more money into animating it, and maybe they won't see a big revenue on it.
Investment, yeah, that's a risk. Yeah, it's a higher risk versus
so it's
reward.
like, why do that if we already have the people that we get this from do
that
it
are getting
for us?
pennies to the dollar.
Well, yeah, but
that's an inside
Sony
thing.
doesn't really have to do anything. Sony just pays for the rights for it, and that's it.
Yeah, I'm saying it like, yo, I want to give these guys job security.
You know, it's not like Apple making their own like
or
SOS. SOC.
Yeah.
It's like they on top of that, if anyone complains about the animation, it's like, well, we don't have a say into this. We just bought it from the companies, the right for it, and that's it.
We normally gripe about it a lot. Yeah, I've griped about it. Yeah. Look at the one of the last seasons of the Seven Deadly Sins or Black Clover. Remember that one?
Yeah.
So that's my say. Like, Sony has like the clout of being famous in Japan.
Sale?
Yeah, right. Is famous in Japan. Like, I think it could pull some clout and established, Sony Animation Company.
Well, Sony. Well, as far as animation, as far as clout for the company itself, it has a lot of clout because.
And then the global
the
clout.
company is already a massive company.
Yeah.
I mean, look how much influence that's here in the States and here over there in Japan.
Almost the same on par, I'd say.
It's like over here, they might not do TVs as much as they did back in the day, but PS5 is enormous here.
It's a rock.
People still want it.
Yeah.
And then the amount of like things they produce, like movies and all that stuff. Technically they still have a handle on Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So, and like Venom and all that stuff. So, it's like Sony here has big influence here and over there in Japan.
I think I'm thinking too Western when I'm thinking about like developing a company, using a big name company already for them to establish a better, like, I don't know how the situation is right now about how the lore. I remember back in the day, the history of how animators would, grind it out, but that's also within their culture. What if you pull those workers into a ground set that, okay, we're going to pay you instead of pennies to the dollar, we'll pay you a full dollar. It's going to cost more to the company, obviously, which I'm not a company, so I don't know the risks. So the conclusion here is that it's too risky for the output they're going to get at the beginning, because at the beginning, it's always going to be bad. Yeah. So the risk versus reward is still too high to start something new.
Well, I don't think it's too high. I think it's more like, what's the point of it?
The reward is not worth it then. That's what I'm saying, if it's not the point.
So it's not risk or reward. It's just that there's no point to it. There's nothing to gain.
There's a lot to gain. The world.
Not really. No, this is not JoJo, Marcos.
The world is you're saying one country that has one nation.
It's more like there's not enough reward for what it's worth.
For the input. Yeah, it's
like there really isn't no risk because Sony probably wouldn't mind it. They probably have the resources to expend, but they're like, do we really need it?
Yeah, like everything, right? In every company, what's gonna make me spend less and get a lot out of it?
Because, like I said, the bigger thing is like if the animation is terrible, they have someone to point to, and that's great.
Scapegoat.
They have a scapegoat.
What do you think? I mean, look at RWBY. An example with RWBY. I'm not saying it got a lot better, but look at season 1 versus the recent seasons. A lot of people liked it because of the spirit, the new thing that it had, but. Oh my!
But RWBY has gone down so badly after the first season. It's terrible.
Have you even watched the whole thing to commentate on that?
Yes.
Okay, how did it end? Spoilers, by the way.
Well, as far as like story goes, it's not the same. I haven't watched the recent stuff, but from what I think, like I went up to like season 4. It fell off a lot, and a lot of people do agree that RWBY isn't the same as it used to be.
Yep. That's the suffering.
But that's usually how it goes with those like indie projects. They kind of fall out, especially since I fully lost support of it, especially since they kicked out Vic Mignogna because of the whole allegation thing.
Yeah, dang it.
That is a big thing, yeah.
So, I completely lost faith in RWBY and has let it go, let it roll down the hill. Just let it
I don't know if it's still going. It probably is still going.
It's gonna start this year. Yeah, again, another season.
Yeah. So,
but the story, I mean, I like it a lot. I'm not gonna spoil it, but still, that idea of giving. Hopefully, again, this is my Western brain.
But here's the bigger question: can RWBY be Goku? I think not.
That implies that she's alive.
Okay.
But I think also those are two different things. Like RWBY it's by itself its own different thing, and anime is very much its own different thing as well.
Like scotch and whiskey.
Yeah, plus RWBY by herself is gonna get clapped by Goku.
That is
just
a
absolutely
very big
demolished.
possibility. Yeah, but I think also to your guys' point, since you guys mentioned it,
released. What?
Since you guys mentioned it, Sony did purchase it, but like let's be realistic. Why did Sony purchase it? Like obviously we're gonna guesstimate here at why the reason, right? But I think it has to do with them diversifying their company, because
they're global. Yeah,
obviously they're global, but their thing is technology. It's basically hardware for audio, TV, and things like that, right?
They do cameras too, right?
They definitely do cameras.
DSLRs,
but that's the thing.
Maryland.
So Sony is very much in that world. It kind of is a little weird that they would branch out and buy these two companies outright. For what reason? I'm guessing it's to diversify their company a lot more, so they have a bigger reach. Maybe in the future you'll see Sony X or powered by Sony, and something.
It's like a little text by Sony.
It probably is, and I don't think that's a bad thing, but I also do kind of worry that it becomes more of a conglomerate and monopoly that is going to give you less of what you want. But again, we're going to start seeing the changes in the near future with Sony America or Sony Europe or Sony South America or whatever the case is, and
are they
the OG Sony.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. Each region has their own company set up, right? But they still have to abide by the rules that OG Sony JP,
Papa Sony or Mama Sony.
Yeah, have for them. Now, I think the question here lies also on if they're licensing the actual, IPs to play in certain regions. That's also going to be something that Sony's going to have to do and involve themselves in, right? And I think what's even more interesting is what was announced, I want to say last month. No, last month with the union, the JOEN union, right? That is coming out. I don't know if you guys were aware about this, where Cloverworks, Wit Studio, Aniplex, and Shueisha are coming together or are looking to form a joint venture where they're gonna standardize what anime is or should be in an industry.
The standard.
So back to you should be watching.
No, it's more like this is what we want you to see.
Yeah.
Not you should be watching. It's like it's the only game in town, where they're trying to standardize, I guess, the day-to-day operations of how anime starts from start to finish and how people get paid.
Hey,
incentivize
yes,
them.
sir. Amen
So,
to that.
Again, this is what is being said. Only time will tell if this JOEN project, I guess you can call it, is really gonna do something. So it's spelled JOEN. If you guys want to look it up, definitely look it up. It's called JOEN, and again, it's a joint venture between Cloverworks, Wit Studio, Aniplex, and Shueisha. Now you're gonna obviously you hear those names.
Boys.
Yeah, you hear those names, and each of these studios have shady business workings behind the scenes.
Shout out to my boy or to my cat White Shoes.
right. But I mean, they've been known to do shady dealings. So I mean, you would hope all of these studios.
Tax
yeah, all of these studios, like,
things.
yeah, not paying the employees enough, working them to the bone, you know.
Yeah,
but
standard
again,
Japan.
yeah, standard,
Dang
you know,
it, dang it,
work
Japan,
your people
why?
to the bone and pay them peanuts, you know, like Anya wants.
And
Exactly.
dang it,
And
why?
but hey, if they're trying to standardize it, and if they're actually doing it with good intentions, which we hope that they do, hopefully that's a step forward for the creators, that they're actually gonna, you know, get to the bag at least a little bit. So that's always a good look, right?
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't have too much details on it, but I guess you can definitely Google search it. Maybe you'll find more information.
I'm looking it up right now. I'll probably share it in the notes.
Sure. So yeah, that might be something. And I heard about this through a YouTube channel called Chibi Reviews.
Chibi, what?
Yeah. So I heard about it and I was like, oh, interesting. So definitely check dude out if you guys want more information. Other than that, like, I don't know. I don't know if that will essentially be something that's gonna be helpful for the creators. I do hope that it is, but I mean, at least for me, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of ways you can definitely show your support to the actual creator. You know, I mean, short of, you know, going to that person personally and handing him $100 bill, being, hey, you know, thanks Kishimoto, or thanks Tori, what's my man's name?
Toei Animation.
Akira Toriyama. Good looking now, guy. Here's 100. Buy yourself something nice. You know what I'm saying?
I'm surprised
Like,
animation
go out there and
companies.
get you a salad.
I'm surprised they haven't done Patreons, man. I'm surprised they haven't done that.
Well, that's the thing. We don't know what their disclosures on their what's it called, contracts are. Like, if they're allowed to even take money from Patreon,
Patronage, yeah, Patreon.
or Patreon. You're right. So I don't know how that works for them, like their fine print over the contracts. But one would hope that, you know, they have more than one, you know, form of getting paid. But hey, other than that, I don't know if you guys heard, and I don't know if you want to switch up topics. I had one.
Yo,
that
this is just off the brain, you know. This is just, you know, what we're thinking, and this is what gets me thinking.
Bro, I was kind of like taken aback a little bit, because I don't know if you guys use Uber Eats or DoorDash, or
What happened? Give us the scoop.
What do you do?
So recently, Uber Eats kind of hit me with this crazy like email. So it basically says, introducing nationwide shipping with Uber Eats.
Hold up, let me check that out. What?
Oh yeah, no, I saw that DoorDash started doing that like a long time ago.
I didn't know about the DoorDash one. I just got the email.
Yeah, if you look
ago.
up, like, I'll look it up right now. I remember in DoorDash I saw that. I was like, oh wow. So if you look up in DoorDash and you scroll down a little bit, let me see what it says. It says, yeah, national favorites, and I think for this month they're doing Ship for Dad. They have here Carlos Bakery from Jersey City, New Jersey. They have Magnolia Bakery. They have Cat's Deli from New York. H&H Bagels. Damn Man Snacks. Jack's.
Yo, they will deliver your
barbecue, Crave Cookie, Partners Coffee. Like, they have a whole bunch of different like things over here, and they ship it to you, and they tell you, they're like, oh yeah, you know, oh wow, this is 1,000 miles.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
They have like all these different things. I guess they like freeze dry them and ship them out to you. So yeah, it's not like, how far is Cat's Deli? It's not that far, right? It's like 24 miles. That's basically. That would be nice if it was in New York City. It would have been a simple drive, but
so if you want a pizza from Anthony's Deli over there in Manhattan.
Well, it's only certain places that offer it. Like, I mean, but then yeah, I've never heard of Carlos's Bakery. And it's literally it's just some guy with like a big rolling like the thing you roll out stuff at.
I want the corner bodega, bacon, egg, and cheese, the Aki way, 4x4 salt, pepper, ketchup.
Sure.
I want the Cherry Hill Valley couch dirty sandwich.
I need that, over here in the middle of Oklahoma. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. This is a market shaker. You know that, right?
I don't know if that's a market or like a waste of resources.
They're gambling. This is what I want. They're taking a risk.
They want you to spend your money in the best way possible. For them, at least.
It's a risk.
Man.
It's a risk.
Not for me. I ain't buying it.
Weren't they supposed to be affiliating with like
I remember
hotels?
one time they even had like dumplings too on it too.
Did they?
Yeah, like the
oh man,
the soup dumplings. I'm like, no,
bruh.
But yeah, on that note, do you guys want to end it since we're doing the out of office?
Yeah, maybe
Sure.
next time we can close up. Are you comfortable with closing it, Alan, or do you want to say any thoughts, closing statement?
Yeah, yo.
He's like, brush your hair.
Take care, brush your hair. No. To be honest, bro, like, I mean, stay safe out there. Have a great weekend. Don't fumble the bag.
Take the bus because it's free now. Free bus ride.
Oh yeah.
Over here.
Yeah, Mr. J was telling me about the free buses, and I don't want to say the location, but
I know what you mean.
You know. Let me just leave it like
high
that.
Gas prices.
If you know, you know. Yeah, definitely. Also, try to be savvy with your money right now. Things are not looking too bright, financially speaking. But if you have the opportunity to grow some vegetables in your vegetable garden out in the back, please do so. If you're going to stock up on some canned goods, also might be a smart idea right now. And yeah, just, be safe. Take care of your family and your loved ones.
Brush your hair.
Take care. Brush your hair.
Don't forget to eat them salads.
Oh, yeah. And the salads. Absolutely, bro.
Or the athletic greens, the ones that I shared.
Yeah. You like salads? Yeah, I like salads.
I like salads.
But yeah, on
that note,
Marcos,
stay frosty, everyone, and follow us on our social media.
At
yes, please do.
LTS.pod.
And on Twitter. And our YouTube channel.
Twitter.
Same thing. Left Ticket LTS,
okay.
Left Ticket Sundry. And also
right.
the YouTube. Thank you guys. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Alan, for joining us. Thank you,
We're
Jose.
getting on Google to get them to play us.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Let's get those likes up, guys.
So yeah. This is Marcos signing out. Stay frosty.
Peace.
Jose, Alan.
Yeah. Good night, y'all.
Au revoir.
Brush your teeth for Jesus. For C's sake.
That breath stinky.
Yeah.
Oh damn, bro.
Get some of them those breast strips and just burn your tongue with them.
Yes.
But yeah. See you later.
Bye.